Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
If for one night we gon' get drunk, we gon' do some drugs, we gon' smack bitches, we gon' do what we do best. And you know what? Motherfuckers is already talking about it. They can't even follow me now. If I gave you a map, goddammit, you still couldn't follow me. I'm doing my thing now. Ain't nothing changed about me except my age. I got a little older. I got a little wiser. But the gangster is still the gangster. And this will be a night that goes down in history once again.
Running the retro. 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 Running the retro.
Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something. I hear a lot of talk by a lot of honkies sitting on a lot of money telling me they're high society. But I'll let you know something. If you ask me, this is the high society. This is the high society.
That's right. It is High Society Radio. We are coming at you. This is a bonus production of the show. I'm your host, Chris from Brooklyn.
Bronx Johnny.
And we are joined by a great guest this week, Ebony Mystique, adult film star, podcaster.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are you?
On, buddy?
I'm doing great.
And you can find Ebony at Ebony Mystique Official on Instagram, Ebony Mystique 1 on Twitter, and Ebony_Mystique on OnlyFans. And you just started a podcast?
I did Mystique Talk X podcast. So
Now-
check me out on Twitter.
Are you talking to other adult stars on there?
I am, but also everything sexy in between, not just performers, directors, makeup artists. We're going to get the down and gritty.
Now, the makeup artists, they must have some stories.
This is why.
Yeah.
And they've been around for years, so they've seen a lot of stars. Yeah, and a lot of shit.
Oh,
I'm sure they've seen actual, literal shit.
yeah,
Lots
literally.
of actual.
just wipe it all.
Sweetie, you're going to have to go take another shower. I'm sorry. That's probably come up a lot. Please.
Please.
Okay. So who's a recent guest you had on there?
Most recently, we did September Rain.
Okay.
She's an adult film star, but before her, which was cool, we did Ava Devine.
Okay, that's
Legendary Ava Devine, excuse me.
Yeah, she's been around for a long
The
time.
legend.
Oh, yeah. I was in high school, I think, when I first saw her. She's aged well too from the interview. I'm like, wow. Is she still
Wait, can you pull up a recent picture of Ava Devine?
Yeah, let's pump it
Because
up.
I only remember people in their youth. Like even when I look at Johnny, we've known each other for 20 years. I still see a young man.
That's amazing.
He looked like shit back then too.
Yeah, I look
Makes it
worse
easy.
now.
You guys are hot.
Marriage does that. Thank you. But when you talk to some of these girls, do you ever feel like, our story is different at the same time? Because you're in the age where like you have to compete with like OnlyFans, but you guys monetize it. Do you think you guys have more of an advantage, more than like the classic starlets like Ava Devine or Phoenix Marie?
Well, controlling your content has to be advantageous. Just unlike you can have less fans and make more money, correct?
That part, because of course, even though mainstream adult is still mainstream film, where I don't think that's the only industry where you don't really get residuals from it.
I would
like,
imagine.
say if you're on a TV show, or but we're still mainstream. But so OnlyFans was a different wave where it came back in the hands of the performer. However, it kind of depends on who I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
Whether or not they think OnlyFans is a good thing. If there's a legendary film star who decided, you know what, I want to be a director, producer, start my own company. For them, they probably don't like
Not
OnlyFans.
a fan of it, definitely.
But for the performers, it's another way that we're able to connect with our fans, which of course, it wasn't like that before. Like, when can you DM your favorite porn star? Like, can I get a degree?
And well, now it's kind of this weird thing where it's like you kind of do the mainstream movies because they have. It's almost like that's going to get leaked onto Pornhub, so you just do the mainstream film. That's Ava Devine now.
Yeah, that's her with that ass.
Still doing it.
Stop playing with her. She still walks around with those stilettos too, like these.
Really?
Yeah, she's amazing. Look at that bum.
So I actually have a question for you because you did the bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
And you respond to your DMs? Personally, is that a bot that does that?
On what platform?
I would say Twitter.
Somebody on Facebook that I saw that also. So
Yeah.
that you immediately responded to them.
A gentleman by the name of Dylan Crawford said he sent
Don't
you.
say somebody's last name.
No, it's cool. You can shout him out. That's cool. Look at Dylan getting a shout out. That's
not
a
everybody.
Christmas present.
Not everybody wants a bunch of people to know that they're in a porn star's DMs on Twitter.
Oh
Well,
my
no, he
gosh.
was
But he was
bragging
on
on it. He was like,
Facebook.
"Yo, she got back."
That's
to me
also a
stuff.
private Facebook group.
Oh, shit.
You're about to get punted out of the Facebook.
Maybe I guess.
Well, look, anyway, with that being said, let's just dive right into some shit real quick.
yeah.
Dylan should be able, if he is in a relationship, whether it be monogamous or whatever, not to be able to micro cheat, and his girl should know that and comfortably should be okay with him.
You said micro cheat?
Yeah,
That
there's
is
a
the thing,
micro
dude.
cheating.
Is that when the guy has a small cock, so it shouldn't really count anyway?
A little, but no, it would be more or less small little white lies, or you're not
Like,
comfortable.
You know,
Social
you're
media
making a lot of
chatting?
sense to me. I'll tell you that right now.
You're not, well,
Harrington, is she making sense to you?
how you have a whole
like a genius.
relationship with your favorite porn star. You're paying for her subscriptions. You're buying her Amazon gift list, but you have a whole wife at home. But
that's rough.
here's the micro cheating. Well, not necessarily. It becomes wrong. The sneaky link. It's the
'cause you
sneaky
don't let 'em
shit
know
that
what's
people don't
popping up.
like. Yeah.
Right.
So if you're sneaking off in the bathroom or wherever the hell, it becomes weird and it's not honest. But if you have a conversation with your wife, because at the end of the day, what's wrong with watching porn? I've
No,
learned that a
definitely
lot
not,
of people watch porn, and more women than men. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
think
a lot
more women than
aggressive.
men watch porn.
I think so. In person, women are more aggressive than men.
Yeah.
oh, when they
That is
meet
the
you.
thing. I
Oh
agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah, because women have have always are allowed to broach a touch boundary that men have been told not to do.
Yeah, I
with
think
women.
that's a rule at the strip club too, right? Like if you're dancing, I've heard, well, girls can actually touch the performer's breast. Guy ain't doing that. You'll get your arm broken.
Well,
I'm usually
Fuck out.
allowed. They usually let me.
Remember
I mean, you're
Rihanna
blessed.
got kicked out of a club for doing that? It was like
Who?
years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Rihanna, remember?
Back
She
in
like
the
broke
day.
the crotch and out Rihanna.
yeah?
They like threw Rihanna out. Like, what are you doing?
I actually got in trouble. Our boss Ralph and Big J were doing a show at headquarters, and there was a girl shooting ping pong balls out of her snatch.
Nice.
And so
BB.
I was just watching the show, drinking a beer, and this girl sat on my lap, and she put my hand on her tits and goes, "Just pretend I'm working. I want to watch your show." And I was like, "Great."
Yeah.
And the bouncer came over and yelled at me.
Yeah.
And then Ralph was like mad at me because I got him in trouble. I was like, "She put my hand on her tits."
Yeah. Dirty wrestling.
You got a lot more to lose maybe than this girl, clearly. And that can be a bad turnover.
Oh, I didn't get in that
It's
much trouble.
controversial.
It was fine.
Yeah.
You did say something I didn't know about. The Amazon wish list is a thing. You girls put up stuff
Yeah.
and fans buy it for you.
Oh, yeah.
What's the most craziest thing somebody's bought you off your list?
Somebody got us swords off ours.
That
Off
did,
my
yeah.
list, let me see. Probably like Baccarat, like the perfume.
Oh
Baccarat
wow,
Rouge.
that's not bad. Okay.
I don't really go too tough because it is Amazon.
Do you ever ask like anything like crazy or like a Maserati or something like that?
No, I have my own car. I will not get into stuff like that with
Nice.
fans. First of all, that's very
too
dangerous
much money.
living.
Yeah.
No, there's never enough money. It's just more or less, it's usually in their name.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
There may be trackers on it. I might have another life because if you're going to
definitely.
do that kind of stuff, you like sugar daddy, it's very dangerous. You don't know how these people are getting this money to support you, and they are feeling entitled clearly.
Yeah, definitely.
So people have died from stuff like that.
Oof.
But I've talked to women who used to be in the adult industry who have said that the sugar daddy situation is kind of clutch. Like they see him like twice a month, covers all their rent, covers all their bills.
I feel like that's the optimal
So, I mean-
version of that though. It's
I
gotta be
think
like a
people
bad
were more
underdog
mild
something.
too back then. Maybe people are.
I'm
here
talking about
going
somebody who
mad.
still currently has it.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, that's the point. She has built a
everyone's
rapport.
different,
It's a
right?
client. It's a family. They've probably been knowing each other for years. She's comfortable enough to take from him.
Possibly.
Just off the back, like if you're online, like these like weird sites for sugar daddies, and then
Yeah.
you just. There's one girl who went to South Africa. She did get a good hook. He was a billionaire, but she never came back.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So it's like FaceTime these people. You're just getting money in your accounts. You
Oh,
don't know.
wow.
And then you go like travel or like get flued out to like some stranger. It's
Because
really not a
they
good
definitely
idea.
change up once you meet them. They'll be all nice and social.
Why
And you meet
not?
them like, oh, wait, where you going? You're not going by yourself. Get real possessive and shit.
Especially if they've been doing car notes and Maseratis. That's like, shit, you're my wife.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's a fair point right there.
So Johnny told me right before we started the show that you said you took a 15-inch cock on film.
I did.
I don't
Really?
believe that that's real. I don't think that
Do you wanna
there's
see
such a
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you pull that
Can
up,
you
Mike?
pull that
Yeah,
15
put up
inch penis?
BK Brick or Brickzilla.
Yeah, I've heard of Brickzilla.
Yeah, he's 13
Is
inches.
he son of Godzilla? Old
I
school
think
porn
so.
star?
I asked him, who the fuck were you? Like, where'd you get that? Like, you literally been walking around with this big ass, it's weirdly huge.
Because Shane Diesel's also a
It
big
seems like it
dude.
would be hard to like
I don't think
play
it's 15
basketball with that big of a cock.
Oh, you
No,
wearing
it gets
sweats. You
big.
ain't wearing no shorts with that.
You got to wear a couple
Right,
layers. You
gray
got to wear
shirt,
tight. You got
gray
to wear tights under your
sweatpants.
sweats.
It is sweatpants season all fucking season for that gentleman. It's 12
The
times.
girls look for that. Trust me. Get you a bunch of gray ones, all kind of grays.
So I was there when my wife gave birth. So I can see what goes in and out of
Yes,
that.
that's what I'm trying to say.
But 15 is, I was like, that's bigger than a
Now,
baby.
I never said that
That
it
is bigger than a
immediately
baby.
feels great.
No,
I'm
no,
not going
I'm
to
not-
say that. I mean, it takes a little bit of tequila prayer, like I've said before. And then, like, like it's a muscle. So
Yeah.
just, like, massage it in. It'll work it,
It'll
and
work
then
it.
we're, like, good. I even took him in my butt before.
15?
But
All
not
the
the
way?
whole thing. Hell no.
No, you can't do 15.
I would be like having rectal prolapse. Like, come on, I need my body for a
Well,
while.
we've all,
smack
we've all
your
seen that
kidney
money.
if
But
he
some
does
girls do, huh?
Yeah, some girls will do that. Right?
No, they will, and I think maybe they have like practiced putting like another baby in their butt because
Oh,
it's
God.
like, how did you get that open and you're smiling to heaven?
There reaches a point, like, I know there are girls that retire a lot earlier if they only do anal, right? That's a
I would
thing.
imagine because it's like there's like rectal prolapse. It's
Yeah.
like really common.
That's
if
a
you,
real thing. They call it
Yeah.
a pink sock.
Yeah, just you start like farting and then you shit yourself. It becomes like loose
Like a
and
spasm?
I mean, that just sounds like aging.
but you're not aged yet.
No, that's
I see.
You're just an anal,
I think Annette Schwartz had to retire out the game because of
which
that.
is cool.
Oh yeah, didn't they say Annette Schwartz has to wear a diaper at all
Yeah, I
times?
can believe that. A lot of, that's a lot of mileage on
Mm-hmm.
there.
So, you have that video, Mike?
It's
It's
not.
not
I can
hard.
get my phone.
It's Ebony and Brickzilla.
Yeah, no, I have it. I was just looking for. I was just.
You could put up
You're
like
just
Foxy
looking at it?
Brown.
No, I was
Go
looking,
to Pornhub.
I have it. I was looking for see if Annette Schwartz does in fact have to wear a diaper for the rest
I
of her
want
life.
to see the 15 inches now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
Oh,
one
this
here?
is good. This is my most viral.
I love
It's
the hair.
beyond. We don't want to say viral anymore because it's like this perplexed viral bill. Viral's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it's got.
It's a
best-
feature, basically.
Well, we did Pam Greer's Foxy Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
and
Oh, you did the whole thing?
There's Brick. Yeah, we did a movie. It got bestseller on the VOD site Adult Empire for 7 weeks during COVID.
Oh, that's badass.
no,
right
isn't that?
there.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Congratulations.
and it's like
You over here. I heard you were selling crack to our kids.
Motherfuckers like you, neighborhood watch bitches.
What?
I'm about to show you who this bitch is.
Bitch, kick your motherfucking ass.
That's Dolomite quality fighting
Yeah.
right there.
All right, motherfucker.
All right.
I think he's armed. Did you
yeah,
see
get
that?
to the peen.
So let's go. Come on, Mike. What are you doing? This isn't how you watch porn at home.
Whoa. That's a shadow.
And that's not hard, by the way. It's
Yeah.
just hanging and dangling. And
It looks like a broken arm. Good God.
That seems
I'm about to
Cumbersome.
get butt naked and suck your dick, motherfucker.
Oh my God! What a punishment!
God.
look at it. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's. Oh my God. You can't even get
That's
it all the
a
way
giant
down.
cock.
No, we measured it, and actually not in this film.
Yeah.
We had that's when I did my anal scene and another Foxy Brown scene in Miami,
Oh.
and we measured him, and he was 15. He's 13 or like normal.
I more mean like just like
13
for
flaccid?
exercise.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
That's a
and it's
giant
thick.
cock, dude.
No, it's like a monster, fucking weird ass.
It doesn't
And I
look-
was crying.
Yeah, it looks like.
And they thought that was like the amazing thing. That's what they wanted to see is like you like tearing up and literally begging for mercy because it hurts.
But in that scene, did you guys go au natural? Did you guys use lube?
No, we didn't use lube.
You
We
went
just
natural?
Yeah, he was. My
Wow.
pussy was wet because
Oh.
it was like big, and
Yeah, that's past big. That's
he liked to eat. Thank you. And that's the thing. Like I've said that on a few Thank you for showing the video because people are like, there's no way she's fucking the horse. Ebony, you don't know centimeters to meter, whatever the fuck. I'm like, dude.
No, that's a giant.
I'm not gonna like.
As somebody who jump ropes a lot as part of my exercise routine, I don't think I could do that with that thing. I'd have to use that as the rope.
Yeah.
You could have somebody else hold the other side, and there could be girls double dutching.
It looks like if his penis got angry, it hurt people and shit.
Yeah.
No, it's huge.
just-
and
it's
there's
there.
a curve. It's a hook too. It's not like so it's like help.
You know, it'd be cool if you bought like a little wife beater for his penis and just put it on there. That'd be
Look like a little man.
Yeah, like, hey, little man.
Little gray sweatpants. So yeah, that poor thing.
And
He's
you did an
15 inches.
anal scene with him as well.
Yeah.
So, rating, because I know you're also a nurse as well, right? Am I correct on that?
I am. Yeah.
All right. From 0 to 10, what's the pain like on that?
Oh, you're talking
I
about
had some 1942. I won't lie.
No, but you know when you're working as a nurse and somebody hurts and you say 10 is a broken femur.
Yeah,
and
no,
a
I
one-
get it. So I'm trying to think about the intoxication level. So I wasn't sober all the way.
Oh, you had to. Like,
Oh no, I really mean that. When I have to take those big dicks, I could drink me some tequila and
Okay.
pray. So or
call it
maybe in the
tequila
other
prayer,
way,
right?
the other way around. So yeah, I would say initially, yeah, we're giving. Actually, it's on film. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I'm in Foxy Brown mode. I'm like, for real. I would say like maybe a 6. Initially.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't do that. Actually, we had to do some working it in off camera because that's insane.
Yeah,
And I'm not a backdoor girl.
definitely.
Okay.
I'm a front door girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Okay.
my granny told me to go through the front door.
Yeah.
Not the back door. That's rude. You gotta like, if you're gonna come through somebody's back door, you have to like let them know, right? It's like intrusion.
They used to tell my
That's got to be a close friend.
Used to tell my little cousin, anybody
And
want to?
we need time.
Yeah.
Don't just ram that thing in there. And it's a muscle, and that a muscle that we don't use often enough. Not for me.
I mean, like what?
I mean, Johnny uses it all the time.
what's
but-
what's yeah.
We're gone.
What's Brick's life like though? Like, can he have a regular relationship with somebody?
I
Like,
believe he did. I don't know if he's still in one, but for a very long time.
but with somebody else in the business, not like just some
No.
chick. Just some broad.
a regular
Yeah, that
lady.
he came in with
Yeah.
before
Oh, good for him.
the mainstream thing.
Do you ever like shake your head like? Hey,
I think
every
once
day,
you
huh?
date,
Nice.
if you're not in porn and you date that
No.
guy, he can treat you like garbage. Because where are you going?
No, you.
What are you gonna do after that?
No, but I had told him because he was like his girl can take his dick, and I'm like, well,
That would
does
probably-
she shoot porn? Like, where the who's this girl?
Yeah, 50.
So she loves it apparently.
That's-
all
I mean,
day,
that's
every
the
day.
most
That's a
important
lot
thing.
for me.
No, but you know what?
Good for
You
him.
get what I'm saying?
I would have to cheat on him with a smaller dick for sure.
Yeah,
I would,
figure
not
that.
every day.
It's like
Yeah,
after
knock my walls out.
after a few months of taking that constantly, it's like you can't go to
You're
a
numb.
regular dick.
No, you're numb.
It's Novocaine at that point.
That's like having a baby every fucking day.
Oh.
He wants to fuck.
Oh my god.
You can't do that. You know, you throw a fist in there maybe once every couple months.
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what
even
mean?
think fisting would do anything compared to that. That's a right hand.
But even with fisting, like, oh my God, that's a whole process in itself. Just
it's a whole
imagine
thing.
a girl just right now busting it open on your show and then fucking fisting. You're like, are you like alien? Are you human
Yeah,
or
that's
what?
true.
That's weird. It needs like, these are muscles. I don't know what people be doing, but
Now, can the girl literally fist themselves? I've always wondered that because
Yeah, I
the
do it
angle
all the
of the
time.
arm. No way.
yeah, it's
With-
a challenge.
How, what do you like? Separate your show? How does that work? Like,
No, I just lube it up, and first I would use my wand. I would like to be actually orgasming first. It probably would be great, and kind of get those muscles loosened up and relaxed,
Okay.
and then I just lube and just I'll kind of use my hands like this and work my way in.
Oh, all right.
And then once you're in, now you can go into a fist. And
Now, is it legit pleasure when you do that? You do that
no,
for
it's
shock
just for
value?
show. It's not
Okay.
like, are you kidding?
And then once you have the fist in
No
there,
way.
that's when you can lift him up, and then you go like this, and then they move their mouth and they start talking.
oh my God,
You
that
can do
would
like
be
an inside Ace
cool.
Ventura where you move your butt cheeks.
We're on to something. I might try that. But yeah, I haven't had any mainstream film fisting scenes yet.
All right.
All right, so you were a nurse, and then you moved into porn recently, relatively recently. You've been a nurse for how long?
12 years.
So you worked through the pandemic,
Oh, yeah.
and then did you give it up, or do you still do that?
No, well, I'm still licensed and I will remain.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
obviously
for that.
keeping up with your licensing.
Yeah, but I retired from the field.
Is that kind of because a lot of healthcare professionals took a step back after the pandemic?
It was just so much for you.
Well, actually, let me take a step back. Anyways, it was actually at the beginning of the pandemic, but where we knew that it was a problem because I'm a first liner, and the information you guys got was about the same information we got, which was nothing. So I was an advice nurse at the time, already out of the ICU. I had gotten this position as an advice nurse, which is where you would call in if you needed to triage an appointment or ER, that kind of shit. And we're getting these calls for COVID, and it was my job was really stressful. It didn't become like honorable or like helpful. I'm literally on the phone with moms and daughters and sons whose older parents are sick as hell. They got a by the way, it is flu season, if I must say this. Nurse Ebony's talking, so don't forget about flu shots or whatever, because totally the government super forgot, but it's very prominent now. So that was the thing. What was this virus? Because everybody was getting sick, but it wasn't flu. So that's all we really was able to say.
Like
so,
when you guys first got like patients coming in, they were telling you it was flu-like symptoms. Or
no, we couldn't. They didn't have a diagnosis. They were calling it corona. No, they had a name for it. It was called corona. Remember before it was COVID-19?
They were calling it.
So it was coronavirus. And then it was like, okay, well, what the fuck do I do about it? Well, first of all, it's a virus. Well, give me antibiotics. No, it's not going to work.
Well, every store you went into was out of antibacterial soap, but had regular soap, which works just as well against viruses as antibacterial soap.
You know, and tissue was out. Like just the weird shit. You go to the grocery store, like, is like the world ending?
Yeah, it felt like that
it was so crazy.
The TP wars were crazy. I lost like 2 neighbors to that.
Really?
Yeah, they went to the store. Somebody shot them and jacked toilet paper. It was in the papers. Now I'm fucking with you. That didn't happen.
Oh my god!
It almost did though, but they didn't shoot him. They just pointed a gun at them.
But was serious about it was crazy. They were selling toilet paper on eBay. Remember, and hand sanitizer and wipes and shit. Wild time. So that was the point. And I knew a bunch of adult stars. I don't know how, but just through my life. But Pinky Triple X, the legendary Pinky Triple X, was very dear to me and close to me. And at this time, I had called her because I joked about it before. She didn't pay me no mind, just stay in nurse school. Yeah. But at this point, she must have heard the urgency in my voice. Like, no, I really, because my option, I wasn't on the higher level of seniority at that position in the call center. I just transferred.
I like how Pinky treated you like how Chaz Palminteri treated the young guy in Bronx Tale. You go to school, you learn how to read.
Yeah, you do that.
You do that, for real. Gave me everything that I needed to know in the best ways possible, even with the opportunity, because she was like, all right, I'm going to bring you to LA. I'm going to shoot you, but I'm not going to shoot you just for one scene. Like, I want to shoot you at least twice. So we did 2 scenes. First scene was with Rob Piper. Ever. Well, this scene is off record, but it was so good they put it out, and then I was like, take it down.
Oh, cool.
So that was with Chris Strokes. That was actually my first scene.
Can you see if you can find that, Mike?
It's out now.
But
that was off record. That was just me kind of fucking around.
Okay.
Chris Strokes wanted to fuck. I was like, Chris Strokes is a porn star?
Yeah.
And I was already kind of thinking about it. So I was like, let me see how this goes. But it was so good they put it out, which was consensual. But then I was already like, nah, take it away. But then they put it back out after I came out. Anyway. And then, so for Pinky Triple X, we had shot those 2 scenes, but I was a masked character. So I didn't want to show my face.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to work out. It did not work out.
No.
Oh, people knew who you were. I mean, you have tattoos.
Tattoos and just my body structure.
Like, did anybody in your personal life hit you like, hey,
yes,
were you busy?
Like immediately.
No, they were like, no, I seen you. Like that shit. Like, you ain't fooling nobody. And next time, suck that dick better.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that kind of shit. One of my good friends. I was like, well, damn.
What a pep talk.
Okay, well, shit. So I had went back to work. I didn't leave work. I just kind of did those scenes and didn't say anything and went back to work. But the day I left work and never went back was when one of the guy TSRs, he's like a secretary that transfers you over to the nurse when you call.
Yeah.
He was like, I seen what you did or something like that. I was like, well, immediately I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go home. And I never came back.
Did he bring up that he was like a porn star?
I knew what he meant.
You never know. He might like, I saw you eat somebody's lunch in the break room.
I knew what he meant. I knew what he meant. So I was like, dang. So
Could you have lost your job for doing that? Like,
I don't know, but I didn't want to know. See, I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
Like, I
want to
try
get
to
the call
avoid.
into HR.
Yeah, like, and then my
You
whole
have
thing.
it, Mike?
Oh no, I have that scene, sure, but I was wondering if the opposite is true. Like, could you have sued that place for
This.
that guy harassing you?
That too.
Oh, 'cause that
Or
almost feels like a
someone
threat.
firing me because I'm doing something that has nothing to do with pertinent patient care,
Mm-hmm.
has nothing to do with nursing. I'm not doing anything wrong, bad by my job.
Sure.
And my thought too was, if I did think about it afterwards, but I didn't want to answer to anybody. That's my personality.
Yeah.
Unless I have to, like my mom. Or
Yeah.
my dad. And even though now that I'm grown, there's boundaries with that. It's just like, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not like a drug dealer.
You're
I'm not
enjoying
like,
yourself.
I'm having fun.
Well, at
It's
the time,
legal.
they kind of, at the time, they maybe could have screwed you over because it's like a high risk activity during
COVID.
That
Maybe.
I didn't even think
Maybe.
about that. I was thinking about the fact that why the hell am I in the office talking about something that has nothing to do with pertinent?
yeah.
And then, first of all, if it wasn't nobody that told you and you can't tell me who did, what the fuck are you doing watching porn? I don't
Exactly.
even watch porn, which means you could be on there and I don't know.
That is true.
So that was the thing. I just didn't want to have lame, silly conversations.
Okay.
Or be fired for
Or
go to-
justify your
Yeah, you
day
don't
to
gotta
day.
justify
Yeah, it's like I'm just
anybody
doing
being happy and
porn. Like,
shit,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
So I left because Pinky from the first scene, not the Chris Stroke scene. Like I said, that was off record, but they just didn't put it out. The Rob Piper and Julio Gomez scene told me to get an OnlyFans.
Wait, you did double right away?
I did 2 scenes in a day.
Oh, it was two
Yeah, not
different
two of
scenes.
these.
Yeah.
Okay. What's
So
that?
he-
What's that, Mike?
Well, I'm wondering, is this the Chris Stokes one, the one where he's wearing the
Yeah,
condom?
that's it. That's
Okay.
my first
Oh,
scene
wow.
in the whole wide porn world.
Yeah. I saw 15 inches already. It's not impressive.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was kind of trying to feel comfortable with someone videotaping me. It was just like,
And
me
that was your
trying it
first
out.
time ever being
Yeah.
recorded, and that had to be nerve wracking.
I was trying to figure it out.
But
with
they
this.
made sure. I'm pretty sure they made sure you, especially Pinky's running at it. She made sure you were comfortable.
No, yeah, and I
if
knew
they
who
needed-
I knew the videographer, Jeremy
Okay.
Royal. So he was the one videographing. He had an assistant, and it was just like, okay. And it was just those guys. It wasn't like what it is now, like on a browser set where you have like literally 13 people. Like,
Oh.
okay, huge lighting, Hollywood sets. Like, fuck, okay, here we are, turning a Dirk Diggler girl. Yeah.
But at this point, when you wake up now in your nice house, everything you have is yours that you've built. How great does it feel? Like, yo, you took a chance with your life, and you're happy with what you're doing. You yourself are happy. A lot of people don't do that shit.
So here's the thing. I came in as MILFing. I came in MILFing. I'm already 30 plus.
That's
already.
MILF now.
Yeah.
Damn, we fucking.
Any
that's
30
not
and
fair.
over. But I don't. It's a lit terminology to be a MILF. Like
Yeah.
it's cool. It's a sexy ass older lady.
I figured like MILF would be 40s, not
No,
30s.
well-
30s is still like club girl, right?
but MILF
What are
is
you
still.
talking about?
Some young girls want to be called MILF. It's like I got big titties, suck them. It depends on the
Ah,
mindset. It's
gotcha.
not like old, like generation, like geriatric porn. It's just like mature. Yeah,
Gotcha.
experienced. So I was already like experienced with my body. I knew the human body very well through nursing in the medical field. However, I was already very well financially stable, clearly.
Yeah.
However, I was a taxpayer. And in California, at that level, I was at 43%.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's almost half my check. So if I get a 22K check, 2 weeks, well, I'm going to bring home maybe 17, 15. It depends on the dues and this or that.
Jesus.
So it wasn't really a good. And then at the end of the year, of course, with tax return, well, you're a taxpayer. I've hated tax return season for years since
Yeah.
I was like 20.
No.
Because I've been a taxpayer for a very long time.
Definitely.
But there was no autonomy with that lifestyle. My life was given. I became such a
You're a wage slave. You're a clock.
humanitarian in a real way, but like selfless to them, but not to myself. Selfish to myself.
Okay.
So my passport had no stamps on it. I was always at work. My birthday, I'm at work. If it's a holiday, no, I'm not at home. I'll be at home for a few hours, but I need to get to work because I
That's
need
a
to get
that's a
the
hard
double time and a
job,
half.
yeah.
That's all. That's how police officers think.
Yeah.
That's how correctional officers think. Nurses, doctors. You become more like autopilot. Like the more money you know that you can make, the more money that you want to make.
Yeah.
Because you know what you can do, and you have to cover everything, including
Well,
taxes.
that double time thing, I've done like union work, and the amount
know
of
what I mean?
guys fighting to
No,
give
they
up their
fight for.
weekends.
Listen, literally.
Sure.
And I
especially,
worked in California with a bunch of Filipino nurses, and they have like a whole goal for why they're doing shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they're
You
sending
know?
money.
They're serious.
They're sending money back home and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, it's an interesting thing. It's a stat I always like to do, particularly if there's a Filipino man around, because it really dehumanizes them. What I like to bring up is that Filipino women are actually the strongest female immigrant group of all time. It's actually it's the first traditionally men come to this country and leave their wives at home and send money, and then eventually their wives come over here or they go back home. That's always been the immigrant story in America. Filipinos is the first time that is reversed.
Yeah.
Filipino women are gangsters.
They don't come here.
Yeah, they come here, they become nurses.
That's
They
right.
send money back, and either they bring their husbands and their kids over here, or they go
never
home.
Lie.
And
Yeah.
they're
Where's
pleasant.
the lie? That's real.
They're very pleasant, but they don't fuck around. If they tell
No,
you
they
take
want
your
that money.
meds, they be like, yo, take your meds.
No, they not playing
They
because
right
they don't
there.
want
Good food,
no
though.
because they still are Asian descent. So I think that's still cultural. Like, this is a T, this is an I. Will dot it. You know how I've learned that even through like nationally, like going through different nail salons.
Yeah.
If it's an Asian nail salon, I don't care if we're in like Arkansas or Wyoming, and then go to LA. They all do shit the same freaking way.
Oh, yeah.
Same with the food. Yeah.
It's like you guys are super disciplined and you don't even know each
mindset.
other.
That's what you grow into.
Yeah, so I fuck with it.
It's great. So this was something that somebody. Your parents were founding members of the Black Panthers.
My daddy.
Oh, just your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys still talk?
Not right now because he has he's older.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
that makes
he has
perfect sense.
Dementia, Alzheimer's.
Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I had to go through that with my father years ago, so I'm sure that's a hard
Going
time,
on with
especially
my
as a nurse. It's
grandfather.
got to be hard because you
Yeah.
know how it just builds.
And that's his life. That's been his life. That's how he's through his life was able to compensate for himself, monetize. Is through his story. So he was also a
see.
public speaker, celebrity activist, and yeah, he wrote books and the movie, even the one that just came out with Fred Hampton Jr. about Fred Hampton.
Yeah. Judas and the Black Messiah.
So I know. Shout out to Fred Hampton Jr. That's my bro. But they had a lot of involvement with that just through his documents because he owns all the rights to the Huey Newton.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
So
I
anytime,
thought Damon Dash bought up all of those stories.
if he did, he had to go through my dad and his and his people.
Okay.
Respect.
It's very strange because I went to, and I hope I don't get any things for this, but I don't really give a fuck. When I was in Washington, D.C., it is the Smithsonian Museum. They have the African Americans, the Smithsonian Museum. And I went in, and then I went to like the Black Panthers segment of the museum. And they had the same freaking poster that my dad has in his house. But my dad has the original.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but I thought this was like not replica. It like freaked me out. So it was almost like, okay, I don't even want to see anymore because I'm not sure
that'll
if
throw
this
you
is
off.
real or not. Because they had Trayvon. The one of the other parts of the museum that I really was interested in was Trayvon, for whatever reason, was Trayvon Martin exhibit. And it was supposed to be the exact, like they have his sneakers, his phone, his hoodie.
Oh, that's deep.
The freaking, or so they say, you know. So I'm like,
yeah.
that was a drag. But yeah, my dad was the co-founder along with Bobby Seale and Huey Newton.
So was that just an interesting thing growing up? Was that like, I mean, you seem to be a disciplined person, went to nursing school, found a different path, whatever. But was that part of the driving factor between you doing that stuff?
I didn't grow up with my dad. I grew up knowing about my dad.
Oh, I see.
He was a big person to a lot of people. So anytime we would get into like Black History Month, especially coming from the East Coast, I was born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut. And then, I came to Brooklyn too, like the freedom schools and shit they try to like have.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
what you're
Like
talking about.
alternative schools. They still are around.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
It's the Donda Academy, right?
you feel one of those that is now closing, I've heard.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think they already did close it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't drive my kid to that school now at this point. It's too controversial.
Do you feel bad for Kanye at any point? As a nurse, somebody that's like, you don't feel bad for Kanye?
No,
Like
he's seen a
losing
lot.
his mind?
Nah.
You think
he's
it's
not losing his
purposeful?
mind. He has his mind. He's just
You think
seen a lot. He's been exposed to too
You
much.
think what he's doing now is who he is?
Yeah.
That's just all right.
He's been that way. People look.
Yeah.
This is the thing is about human beings. We try to change that or see the greater whatever.
Good to somebody, yeah.
Hasn't he not been that way? He's been a radical. He took the fucking mic and award from Taylor Swift years ago and said, no, this is Beyonce, and was drunk as fuck with Lady Gaga drinking his. He's that way. If you watch his documentary, you could see he's that way. He just probably got around a lot of wealthy. I'm not talking rich. We're talking wealthy. And the more wealthier people are, the more odd to us they become.
That is very good.
No,
point.
I'm serious.
Shit, I'm glad to be broke.
Who's the wealthiest person you've ever been around, John?
Oh, I met David Dinkins. Bill Gates. Bill Gates probably the wealthiest person I've been around.
That's lit.
Often?
Not often. I
were in a room with Bill Gates? I'm talking about that you talked to.
Oh, shit, like rich? I think my cable dude.
Probably.
Yeah, he had like 2 jobs. Union job. He was that and sanitation. So he had 2 houses. I like it.
What about you?
Money.
I can't disclose.
Probably.
Oh,
let's just say Pinky.
Yeah.
Pinky's got to be pretty wealthy at this point. She's been around for 20 years, right?
Yeah, but she never really, she didn't solicitate herself off camera. So
the game was different back then. Like I think if she would have been around for the only.
But she's got to make so much money at like Exotica and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right?
When she tends to go, now she doesn't do it anymore. She's tired of sometimes the public can be, we change, and she don't really give you. Some people stay in the gym. Some people don't. And even if she did, she's always been thicker and she's just living her life.
God bless her.
So don't fucking bother me if I gain weight or if I lose weight. Like, I'm here.
She does good any which way.
But you know how society is nowadays. They like take the silly shit and then they like blow it up about a bunch of nothing. So the last Exotica, she did decide to go. They kind of put some shit in the atmosphere about her being big or in charging like.
But why the fuck would you fly out, pay to be there, and then do that? That's counterproductive to like.
It's the media. And then the bandwagon shit. It's like if they seen her in person,
nobody's gonna say that shit.
They would be paying her too. Like it's just because like internet shit.
It is like a weird. I went to one of those. We had a table there for the network once.
Yeah,
and I did some stuff
in New Jersey
there, and it is like kind of a weird thing. You would see like those girls that like have been doing porn before it was like super commonplace, and you'd be like, oh, and then like you get like this feeling of Lisa Ann used to work here.
Yeah,
and the first time I met Lisa Ann, it was kind of like, well, you're ridiculous. You're like more famous than the actual famous.
No, she's really famous.
Than the famous
Sarah
people
J.
I
too.
met.
Fuck
yeah, Sarah J. was very nice when I met her there.
Super famous.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
She was on
Sarah
Obama's
J's
Twitter,
been here a
wasn't
few
it?
times.
Something like that.
Yo, Obama followed Sarah J.
That's you can't beat that.
That's
it.
That's right.
That's
there.
great.
Like,
great.
You can't beat that.
Like stop.
All right, we have to wrap this up in a few minutes. We have another show coming in, but so Johnny broke into broadcasting from reviewing porn.
Yeah.
So what we like to do when we have girls in is we watch some of your videos, but what's the more recent video that you would like? And we're gonna have Johnny watch it. We'll do like a do a review.
Quick one.
Quick review.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Like what's a video?
We'll do it.
If you're okay with it.
No,
What's your favorite scene that you shot?
To the one that made me. Well, Foxy Brown was good, but let's do
that. Was good.
Let's go. Ebony Mystique and T.S. Paris.
You got that, Harrington? All right. He's gonna look that up.
Big birthday wish.
I watched enough porn where I was reviewing it, and I used to like going to the dialogue. I used to love the dialogue for it. People would hate it. I'd find it funny, like, yo, somebody wrote this shit. Though 9 times out of 10, a lot of people like, nah, we just came up with it on camera. Just nobody wrote this shit. No script, just off cuff. It'd be cute.
It's like Curb Your Enthusiasm. They just give you an outline.
Hell yeah. Would you ever do like a parody porn? Like you did the Foxy one.
I do. That's what I do.
That's your main thing?
I did Coming to America. Rob Piper was Prince, whatever his name is, Hakeem.
Yeah.
I was the girl, like, bark like a dog. And we got the whole gown made, whole train. We killed it.
Wow.
Another one was recently, what's dick got to do with it? We didn't want any violence. I was Tina Turner.
Oh shit!
And Rob, why is it? Now that I think about it, it's always fucking Rob Piper. But
I gotta check that out.
He was Ike. No, it was fire. You can put that one up too if you're.
Wait, what was the ad nauseum of it? Eat the cake. What was that version of that?
That he was eating my ass. Like,
Nice.
You want
Eat
this
the ass.
cake? You want this cake?
Oh,
And I
man.
That's
told her
actually pretty funny.
I told her they got into my Tina mode, because I don't have time to be arguing. No, he wanted me to sing it like I never sung it before. So I'm going to give him this pussy and I'm going to shut him up.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Eat
And I had the whole little Tina wig. Actually, it was in Hollywood, of course. They have these prosthetics and these people. So I found a good wig maker who does Hollywood movies. And she gave me
Nice.
the exact wig for Tina.
Nice.
So, yeah. That's all, too.
Did you get that scene, Harrison?
Yeah, I want to see the Tina Turner one now.
Yeah, look.
I have
it's
the
what's
behind the
there,
scenes.
Look.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
that actually does look pretty great.
Holy shit, that's spot on. I could, but Tina's on
You got to
point.
see the edited version. We're just taking pictures. It's behind the scenes, but yes, fire. And we did the whole little, it's on Pornhub something. Look for what's they got to do with it. I want you guys to see the intro, just the intro, and then we can go.
All right.
You'll get it
Can you
from
find
there.
that, Harrison, please?
If not, there we go.
Holy shit, you got permission? All right.
It's easier to get permission for a cover, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Does look great,
Spot
actually.
on. Pretty good, Evan.
Yeah.
You must understand the touch of your hand makes my pulse react.
Look at
Whoa.
Rob Piper. He's like,
That it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl opposites attract. It's physical,
And he's just playing the freaking guitar.
logical.
There you go.
You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh,
Holy shit.
love got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion?
Nice.
What's love got to do with
You have the gyrations and everything, even the hand placement. Good job, Ebony.
I watched them. I researched that's what I do.
Oh, all right.
Oh, there we
go.
are.
Right
Jump
into
cut.
it.
There you go.
It's,
Johnny, let me get the review.
It's Ebony. Oh, Tina going at Ike. Pretty good there. Oh, nice.
Look at Ike. It's the glasses for me. Not him keeping on the glasses the whole time.
The wig is, the Ike wig is pretty great.
He's clapping. He is clapping. Good job, Ebony.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I had to do the video first. I had to do it, and that works actually. I feel like with my scenes, we did it with the T.S. Pierce. I was talking about Big Dick Birthday Wish when you get a chance to review it. Yeah, you want to intrigue people. I'm a very visual person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to study Tina? That was pretty spot on. As a person, that was pretty good.
Thank you. Like
Very good.
I kept watching what love got to do with it. Maybe like 3 or 4 days every day before we actually
and
filmed
you just
it.
like,
But I do fashion design. I'm a celebrity fashion designer too before porn.
Oh,
we
shit.
neglected to say
Congrats.
Oh, you were doing that congruently with
the
nursing?
nursing. Yeah, that
Wow,
was
that's-
funding it.
that's
So
awesome.
Cardi
You're a
B,
jack
Little
of all
Kim,
trades.
London,
Oh, really?
London
What?
on the Track, Summer Walker.
that's
I've
nice.
done. I've headlined London Fashion Week,
That's great.
LA Fashion.
you saved that for last? Wow, how humble of you.
Yeah.
So wait, can you find all that information on at the same places? Ebony Mystique Official on Instagram, Ebony Mystique 1 on Twitter, and
Yeah.
Ebony. Well, obviously you're not going to find the fashion designing on OnlyFans, but it's Ebony_Mystique if you need that.
Thank
and
you.
Joe, check out the podcast Mystique Talk X.
Yeah,
Thanks
she
so
got
much for
legends on
coming.
there.
Very
Legend
much
herself in
appreciate
that
it.
way.
Thank you for having
Good job.
me.
Thanks for
Merry
coming through, buddy.
Christmas. Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
You guys are
Happy
lit. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
Appreciate
much.
you so much. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
If for one night we gon' get drunk, we gon' do some drugs, we gon' smack bitches, we gon' do what we do best. And you know what? Motherfuckers is already talking about it. They can't even follow me now. If I gave you a map, goddammit, you still couldn't follow me. I'm doing my thing now. Ain't nothing changed about me except my age. I got a little older. I got a little wiser. But the gangster is still the gangster. And this'll be a night that goes down in history once again.
Running the retro. Running the retro. Running the retro.